Well, the world of retail continues to change, which can sometimes make it a little difficult for many small businesses to keep thriving. But Burton Brothers in downtown Seaford has been able to keep their business going for more than 100 years. And in that time, there have been a lot of changes. Delmarva Life's Brian Spyros visited the store to find out more. Take a look at this.
Just steps away from City Hall along High Street in downtown Seaford, you will find a piece of history. Burton Brothers Hardware.
Good morning.
How are you doing?
Good. Can I help you?
The business has been around for nearly 120 years. Opened in 1893 by the Burton family.
We've tried to stay on the edge of what we do here.
Ron Marvel is the current co-owner of Burton Brothers. His family has roots in the store dating back to the 1930s. Ron and his brother Rick have been running the operation for the last 42 years.
Mr. Melvin, how are you doing?
And during that time, Ron says he's seen many changes.
It's been kind of unique. When I first came here, we bought everything loose, not in cartons, and then everything was blister packed. And now some of that's headed the other way with the environment, less packaging and things like that. We're headed, in some instances, back to the bulk type stuff that we used to offer years ago.
The entire building wasn't always a hardware store. Back in the day, part of it used to be a movie theater.
The movie theater was a motion picture theater without sound, and it was the silent movies, of course. And they had the screen and a stage and did other various acts and stage things in there.
Over time, the theater went away and was replaced by all the appliances you see here today. Reminders of the old are still mixed in with the new.
As time went on, we started selling General Electric appliances somewhere in about 1928. So we're probably one of the oldest GE dealers that we know of in the country.
So when you walk around the store, you definitely can see all of the history in here.
Well, referencing calendars that we gave away in the 20s all the way to present. The ladies on the first couple, of course, was probably considered risky in those days in the 20s. Today, we give away calendars with dogs and tractors on them instead of that.
Changed drastically.
It's changed very drastically since then.
And when Rick says risky, he basically means that back in the day, these pictures were considered so risque that most men had to keep them in a place where their wives wouldn't see them. Boy, have times changed. The Seaford store is so historic, it's on the National Register of Historic Places. The framed acknowledgement hangs right above the register to prove it.
What put us on the map for that is actually not what's inside the building, which is still probably in most cases the way it was in 1893. But the outside of the structure, the tin on this structure, was very unique to this area in the fact that it was done mostly up in the New England states. And how it ever got here, of course, I don't know. Wasn't here when they built the store. But the tin on the front of the building is the most unique thing, and that's the reason that the historical people wanted it on the register.
Burton Brothers Hardware prides itself on many of the items it carries in the store, from children's toys to household items to their Martin Senior paint.
I have a paint matching computer, and I had probably one of the very first paint matching computers in the nation. The top 20, of course.
Basically, here's how it works. You put all the information you need in the computer, and then you go over to this device here, which is called the eye. You put your paint sample right on it, cover it up, and the computer will tell you what kind of paint you need to match that color.
With so much competition, the Marvel brothers say it is their customer service and dedication that keeps the customers coming back.
You sell drill bits too?
Absolutely.
When we tell you what we're going to do, we try to do what we tell you, and a lot of people don't.
We feel like we got the goods and services and products, and we deal on a small scale.
Here's your two fittings, Keith.
A small scale that has proven successful in doing what so many others couldn't, standing the test of time.
Thank you very much, and you have a nice day. All right,
Stop
thank
the
you.
Burton Brothers again.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
What a great place. I've been there myself. Never knew about the theater upstairs. How about that? Still to come on Delmarva Life, we are in the kitchen for a Tuesday afternoon with food and drink. We're going to help you pair that perfect dinner with the perfect wine. But coming up next, garden expert Jenny Rosenkrantz here to help us celebrate National Rose Month. And she's going to give you a few pointers as you plant. Delmarva Life, life at its best here on Delmarva.